walk the path of filial piety. No matter how vicious the persecutions may be, and no matter how many tribulations arrive along the way, you have to be a man who are confident and at least and who can overcome these things, rather than being beaten down by difficulties and tribulations and turning back in retreat towards the path of Peter's sorrow. You should repeatedly overcome with strong determination the roads of suffering of hundreds of millions of years. Again, to walk the path of filial piety, no matter how vicious the persecutions may be, and no matter how many tribulations arise along the way, you have to be men who are confident and at ease and who can overcome these things, rather than being beaten down by difficulties and tribulations and turning back in retreat towards the path of bitter sorrow. You should repeatedly overcome with strong determination the roads of suffering of hundreds of millions of years. To start with, I would like to ask everyone to stand up and we will sing our children of nothing.
Before we begin our Sunday fellowship, let's first offer our commitment to our Heavenly Parents and good parents. Kanji, Chalobi, Kire, Kumre, Hello. Silent Family Pledge number 1. Our family, the honor of Children Group, pledges to save our original homeland and build the kingdom of Heavenly Parent on earth and in heaven by centering on true love. Meaning of Family Pledge number 1. True love is connected to Heavenly Parent eternally. Because Heavenly Parent is an eternal being, when we connect to the love of Heavenly Parent, we can automatically become eternal being. Angelo is the nation in which two people become one. You should be able to fulfill this way of true children of filial piety in front of Heavenly Parent, patriots in the nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and earth, with an attitude of one heart, one body, one mindset, and one harmony based on mind and body unity. All of you can determine with pure mind and filial piety. We will live attending two parents eternally. Otherwise, you cannot become citizen of Children Group. It does not matter that there are certain difficulty or happy circumstances in this world. You must go beyond that.
Check 1, 2, 3, check. Check 1, 2, 3. Sound check. Check 1, 2. Check 1.
To give the opening prayer, I would like to call Mrs. Teresa.
We are really thankful to be gathered here on this first Sunday in the year of 2020. The year of Vision 2020 that we have been waiting for is our children. Since the ascension of our true Father and his children. True Mother has been victorious every step of the way. And we are so grateful, Heavenly Parent, to be also celebrating her victory of the 40-day Canaan course that she recently fulfilled with the last event in New York. Heavenly Parent, truly fulfilling the mission of the Holy Spirit Association for the Unification of World Christianity by uniting Christians from the whole world, from all different denominations, and inspiring them to work together for building John Ilcook on this earth. Heavenly Parent, True Mother is called the Mother of Peace. And truly, Heavenly Parent, we are grateful that with our true parents we can usher in an age of peace, the kingdom of heaven on this earth. Heavenly Parent, here in the Philippines, we have the big goal of gathering 1.2 million HTM families, Heavenly Parent, Heavenly Tribal Messiah victors and accomplishers, and families from all over this country of the Philippines at the Manila Grandstand on November 22, 2020. Heavenly Parent, from the beginning of this year, we will prepare, Heavenly Parent, also to reach out to the Catholic community of this nation, Heavenly Parent. Heavenly Parent, we are grateful that Pope Francis declared this year the year of dialogue. Heavenly Parent, we pray that truly your vision of a unified heavenly world, of your children as a one family under you, can become a very substantial reality. Heavenly Parent, we are grateful for Foundation Day that is coming up within 1 month, Heavenly Parent, where True Mother will give the blessing to many new couples. Heavenly Parent, we pray as we prepare internally and externally for this wonderful event that you may guide and protect everyone, Heavenly Parent. Heavenly Parent, that you may be with us, Heavenly Parent, every step of the way. And also, Heavenly Parent, today, during this Sunday service, be with us, Heavenly Parent, from the beginning to the end. And bless those who cannot be with us today for different reasons, Heavenly Parent. We are grateful, Heavenly Parent, for all those who are watching on their computer screens, on television, Heavenly Parent, and join with us also. Heavenly Parent, please bless them all. And guide us, Heavenly Parent, to truly open our hearts to receive your message today and to make a new determination for this week, for this month, and for the whole year, Heavenly Parent. And that you can bless each and every one. Thank you, Heavenly Parent. Please be with us and accept this prayer that we offer together in Teresa Kittle's name of the Robert and Teresa Kittle Blessed Central Family of John Ilcook. Adieu.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Teresa Kittle. You please sit down. A very touching prayer for us to prepare ourselves to receive the message from our speaker. Let's read first the scriptural reading to be given by Miss Raylene May Fiona.
Hello. Good morning, leaders, elders, brothers, and sisters. Happy Sunday. For our scriptural reading from Cheonseonggyeong, Book 5, Restoration of God's True Homeland, Chapter 5, Our Attitude Towards Making a New Start, Section 1, Determination for a New Start. We cannot perish or die. We have to survive and live on, right? There is no free ride on this road of survival. We have to overcome our enemies. When we overcome our enemies, we will see the kingdom of heaven. We must return to our hometowns and be victorious over our enemies. And on that day, the domain of the kingdom of heaven will emerge. The realm of the unified people will also emerge. Thus, now is a good opportunity to accompany True Mother, return to our hometowns and kindle a fire in the hearts of 10 million people. With this in mind, and on this foundation, the people should serve and attend even the lowest stratum of society. Our North and South Korean countrymen should share everything they have like brothers and sisters, making a new start. Here, there is no nation. Was there a nation during the time of Cain and Abel? Was there a nation or not? We should not receive support from the nation. If we received support from the nation, everything would perish. To walk the path of filial piety, no matter how vicious the persecutions may be, and no matter how many tribulations arise along the way, you have to be men who are confident and at ease and who can overcome these things. Rather than being beaten down by difficulties and tribulations and turning back in retreat towards the path of bitter sorrow, you should repeatedly overcome, with strong determination, the roads of suffering of hundreds of millions of years. While hurrying down the road to make a new start that is filled with the hope of tomorrow, you should leave behind a path that can distinguish itself from the path of death. You should know that both history and God demand such things. Adieu. Thank you.
Adieu. Thank you very much, Miss Fiona. How are you, brothers and sisters? I'm sure January 1st, 2020, you make your determination, right? With commitment. Okay, so before we
going to receive the message for our first Sunday service for the year 2020. We will watch together first the video report, because through this video report, our speaker will give his message. So please watch, don't sleep.
Welcome to this new edition of HJW News, the official news channel of Chanabuk. May God's love and true parents' love be always with you and your families, who in unity with your mother have made the 7th year of Chanabuk shine in this journey to bring countries, continents, and the world under God. These past 7 years have been more difficult than we can comprehend for our true mother, who loves true father profoundly and who put all her efforts into giving father peace of mind by completing his work. Yet, throughout mother's course, she has consistently displayed heavenly wisdom and the determination to overcome every obstacle. Let us support her in building a new future for our human family. This is our first report for the long-awaited 2020. We will bring you a special report on the opening of the World Clergy Leadership Conference held in the United States. True Mother's 48-day Cosmic Canon course for the firm establishment of Chanabuk began on November 18. The establishment of heavenly nations through national restorations and even the establishment of heavenly continents through continental restoration is going forward towards our final destination, the heavenly unified world, through this historical day. First, on December 27. We had a conference for the inaugural convocation of the World Clergy Leadership Conference. A total of more than 600 Christian clergy from 70 nations around the world and more than 400 Christian clergy from America gathered to launch the space for dialogue centered on our Heavenly Parent for the sake of heavenly unified world. The opening ceremony began at 10 o'clock in the morning and Dr. Louis Rose, co-chairman of ACLC, emceed. Dr. Kim Ki-hoon, co-chairman of ACLC, gave the welcoming remarks and 6 representatives of each continent and religious group gave keynote speeches. In his welcoming remarks, co-chairman Dr. Kim Ki-hoon clearly explained why True Mother prepared this conference and rally. The audience was touched and applauded. Then Dr. Michael Jenkins, International President of UPF, introduced Pastor Paula White, who gave a special address. Pastor Paula White enthusiastically shared why God has blessed America and the direction that this blessed nation in Christianity must take, to which she received loud applause. Christian leaders representing each continental region gave their own keynote speeches. Each person introduced the current situation and problems with Christianity in their continent, and we learned why it was necessary to found WCLC centering on True Mother. In order, the addresses were given by Archbishop George Augustine Stallions Jr., representing the United States, KCLC Co-Chairman Reverend Suman Kim, representing Korea, and Prophet Samuel Wadebe, representing Africa. Prophet Rabbi confidently and concisely professed to Christian clergy from around the world that True Mother is God's only begotten daughter, the unmistakable True Mother, and the glue that will unite humanity. Following, there were speeches from Reverend Dr. Penny Jesus Dasson from the World Council of Churches representing Europe, Nepalese advisor to the Vatican, Charles Mendes, representing Asia, and finally, Metropolitan Archbishop Gonzalo Zavies from Ecuador, representing Latin America. Different in every way, in terms of their races, culture, and nationality, it was an amazing and harmonious moment during which they all united within the ideal and vision of one family under God. The final and opening ceremony was the signing of the declaration of the inaugural convocation of the World Clergy Leadership Conference. Four Christian representatives came out to the stage to sign, and Dr. Thomas Walsh and Dr. Yoon signed the declaration as the hosts. This concluded the morning session, and in the afternoon there were 3 sessions at which representative Christian leaders from all over the world presided. The first session's theme was God's will in the world, Christianity. The second was the role and responsibility of Christian clergy for a heavenly unified world. And final and third session, the vision of Christian clergy to realize one family, one nation, and one world under God. 12 renowned Christian leaders representing each continent and each religious group gave amazing insights and determination. It was truly a revival. Finally, the day dawned for the 28th of December. Peace starts with me rally for a heavenly unified world. Christian ministers began to enter the auditorium from 1 p.m. It was a full house. More than 600 clergy from around the world, more than 1,200 clergy from the United States, and some 25,000 Christian believers gathered together. Today's rally of hope began with praise and worship. The event was already a revival due to the praise, worship, and dance. Everyone felt they were brothers and sisters under God. The song and dance performed entitled Our Hope is Unity, that was presented by the second generation members of Heavenly USA in particular, was the performance that best expressed our sincere hope for unity in Korea and unity of the world. Next, a representative of the New Jersey mayor presented True Mother with a special award. Dr. Kim Ki-hoon then gave a welcoming address. Dr. Kim explained how the past 2 years the holy flame of peace was set off in New York, passed through Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Chicago, Washington, D.C., and was finally back in New York, centered on Dr. Hak Cha Han-moon, the Mother of Peace. After his explanation, he called everyone to unite and spread the fire of peace through living for the sake of others, as true parents have taught. Following his welcoming address, 2 keynote speakers gave wonderful speeches for the historic inauguration of WCLC. The first keynote speaker was Prophet Samuel Radaby.
Life begins in the mother's womb. That is why the earth is regarded as Mother Earth. Africa is regarded as the motherland because it is where life is said to have begun, too. And Mother Moon, the true mother who is regarded as the mother of peace, because she has lived her entire life for the sake of peace and to give new life to humanity through the blessing. In the case of Africa, we are trying to connect the universal mother of peace with the motherland so that we can bring peace to the Mother Earth.
Then a speech by Bishop Noel Jones followed.
The magnanimity of the vision that we are expostulating here today is that it doesn't matter what color you are, it doesn't matter what denomination you are, when it comes to making this world a better place, peace begins with me. And might I say, who in the world has decided to take on a vision of this magnitude is because Dr. Haq Jahan Nolan, because if we're in here today, it's because we want unity.
Through these two prophets, these two righteous people, the audience became like a field of sunflowers on True Mother. And amid their enthusiastic cheers, the only begotten daughter, our True Mother, finally came up on stage.
나는 하늘의 섭리를 알았기에 다시 오마하신 예수 그리스도의 대신 사명을 갖고 오신 문선명과 1960년에 성원을 했습니다. 그 참부모 자리에는 기독교 기반의 환경이 되어졌어야 했습니다. 나는 여러분들을 믿고 싶습니다. 특히 오늘 여기 모인 세계에서 모인 성직자 여러분은 이 시대에 하늘이 준비한 의인입니다. 의인들의 사명은 무엇입니까? 자기를 돌보기보다는 위하여 사는 참 사랑으로 나라와 세계를 품을 수 있어야 합니다. 타락한 인류를 하늘 부모님의 자녀로 인도하는 이 축복이야말로 6,000년간 기다려온 인류의 소원이며 꿈이며 하늘 부모님의 소원인 것을 알아야 합니다. 독생녀 참 어머니에 의해서 새 시대 새로운 섭리가 진행되고 있습니다. 1007년입니다. 이제 여러분들이 앞장서야 하겠습니다. 세계 72국 인류를 생각하게 되면 하늘 부모님이 품고 싶어 하는 그 자녀들을 몰라라 할 수는 없습니다. 하루속히 여러분을 통해서 그들을 하늘 부모님의 자녀로 인도하는 의인, 성직자, 지도자 여러분들이 되기를 축원합니다.
행하는 데 있어서는 여러분들의 각자 기반을 세계적으로 하나로 묶는 WCLC 창립이야말로 하늘 부모님의 꿈, 인류의 소원을 빠른 시간 안에 이루어드릴 수 있는 축복인 것을 기억하기 바랍니다. 거기에 성도에서는 뒤돌아보지 말고 앞으로 달려가는 여러분 모두 의인며 성지가 되기를 축원합니다.
After Tremada spoke, second-generation children presented her with lovely bouquets of flowers. There followed the historic inauguration of the World Christian Clergy Leadership Conference. First, some 40 people representing each continent, each religion came up onto the stage, with True Mother in the center. ACLC co-chairman Dr. Kim Ki-hoon and Prophet Rababe then presented True Mother with the WCLC founding resolution. This was followed by the historic ceremony of Mother, adding her final signature to the document. Mother then personally bestowed medals and plaques on the 13 members of the WCLC steering committee. True Mother, the substantial Holy Spirit, and only begotten daughter presented the medals and assignments to each person with all her heart, words and love, indemnifying and embracing with love the past 2,000 years of Christian history. With the ringing of the gong, the mission of the Holy Spirit for the unification of world Christianity was substantialized by the inauguration of the World Clergy Leadership Conference, and on the foundation of the organization's inauguration, True Mother cut a cake to celebrate True Parents' birthday and received a gift. More than 40 national and international media reported the event, announcing the beginning of the World Clergy Leadership Conference. The morning after all the events, True Mother called all the continental leaders, national leaders, and around 200 Central Blessed families in America, and at East Garden she hosted a victory celebration for the successful events. Then she went to the Korean pastors and spoke to them.
오늘날 참 부모를 통해서 새로운 시대가 열어지려는 과거의 영웅에서 뭐가 어떻고 뭐가 어떻고 이러다 보니 전진할 수가 없어요. 모세 부인처럼 될 것이니 살아남아서 전진해서 역사에 남는 여러분들이 되겠습니까? 무지에는 완성이 없습니다. 보세요. 앞으로 한국이 달라질 것입니다.
True Mother's journey went beyond the restoration of 7 nations towards the creation of a heavenly unified world. With a heart of bearing fruits in a vast desert, True Mother started this journey on a road that seemed so long. As we attend Heavenly Parent and True Parents, the hope of the firm establishment of a new era is happening today. Looking healthy, True Mother returned to Korea from her successful 40-day Cosmic Canon World Tour for the establishment of Chonaguk. We have witnessed and accompanied True Mother's life during these 7 years, following the ascension of True Father, and she has shown us in person what it means to move forward relentlessly and offer total devotion to firmly established Chonaguk. True Mother accomplished the restoration of 7 nations, blessed a large religious congregation in South Africa, And on that foundation launched the World Clergy Leadership Conference to be held in 2020. Next month we will celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Holy Wedding and the centenary of the birth of our true Father, a celebration that will not just be another event, but a unique occasion that we will experience together with True Mother. Missionaries, thank you for your hard work. May you fly out there to send us your stories. This is the report for this week. Thank you for being with us, and we wish you a blessed 2020. Once again, Happy New Year.
Our gratitude to our heavenly parents and true parents, to our beloved true mother, the only begotten daughter, with a round of applause. Amazing providence, right? Every week, if we will always watch the video report, we can witness the work of our beloved true mother, the substantial Holy Spirit. Ado? Wow. To all of us, very clear, right? To become righteous people. And to prepare ourselves, we are again blessed this morning for our first Sunday service, because our speaker today is our national leader, young and energetic. And again, please help me to welcome, to give the very important message for this morning, Sir Leo Angelo Halog.
Good morning, beloved brothers and sisters. Happy New Year! Thank you very much for coming, especially we have with us also our Sub-Regional Director, Dr. Julius Malikdam. Thank you very much po. And of course, the couple of Dr. Kito. They just came back actually from America, and also Archbishop Soria, all our leaders here, the central families and our guests. Let us greet each other. Happy New Year! Please greet your seatmates. Yeah, so thank you very much po. It's really a great honor to begin this new year with all of you here. So first, I showed this video because this video is truly inspiring, right? Just seeing this, according to the report, True Mother accomplished the restoration of 7 nations through this 40-day cosmic Canaan course. True Mother made the promise to Father 7 years ago to offer 7 nations. And then True Mother, for the finale, True Mother went through 40 days of cosmic Canaan course. And then successfully completed through the final event in America. So let's really appreciate and really give our big round of applause to our beloved true parents, our True Mother. So this Sunday, I would like to share with you, actually this is a message that was shared by our Sir Julius 2 years ago. I would like to share this very important content of this message. So the title is The Necessity of Stronger Will to Bring the Best Result of Our Lives in 2020. So as we can see, True Mother, she is 76 years old. But True Mother's determination and will is amazing. Once True Mother said something, she will going to do everything to accomplish no matter what. So I believe this year, in order for us to accomplish greater results in our lives and for our nation, we need very strong will. Do you believe so? So this is very important in this time. So now is New Year, right? Of course, in the heavenly calendar, still we are 20 years to go, 20 days to go. So we will be welcoming the 2020 based on the heavenly calendar this coming January 25. So now in the Gregorian calendar, we are welcoming already the 5th day. And then 2020 is actually year of the metal rat. So among the 12 animals, metal rat or the rat is the first. So 2020 signifies new beginning and renewal. So this is truly a new beginning for all of us. We need to completely renew ourselves in this new year. So this is also time of reflection. Where are we now? No need to look back, Mother said, right? Let's just look at where are we now? Where are we now standing? And move forward. So this is message of True Mother to all of us. Time of anticipation and hope. So we have really great hope. This is actually long, awaited by all of us. 2020, time, flies so fast. We are just thinking about 2020 before, right? But now, here we come. We are already in the year 2020. So, now also is the best time to reflect and really renew our determination to advance forward with our goals. Looking at, our goals. With the goal of Heavenly Parent and True Parents. Today, True Mother mentioned that our ultimate goal is to really bring all the people to become true Heavenly Parents' children in the shortest possible time. So we are now standing in this great foundation. So we really need to renew our determination and really advance forward. So Father said in 1960, when Father started to write motto, in 1960, Father gave this motto, let this be the year of the best result of our lives. And then, when we look back actually already 60 years ago to this 2020. So, we can also say that again, this year, let this be the year of the best result of our lives. Aju? So now, how do we bring the best results in 2020? So from the book of Ephesians chapter 5 verses 15 to 17, it says here, be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the Lord's will is. So, sa Tagalog, kaya't mag-ingat kayo kung paano kayo namumuhay. Mamuhay kayong tulad ng matatalino at di tulad ng mga mangmang. Samantalahin ninyo ang bawat pagkakataon na kayo'y makagawa ng mabuti sapagkat punong-puno ng kasamaan ang daigdig ngayon. Huwag kayong maging hangal. Unawain ninyo kung ano ang kalooban ng Panginoon. So, Father said, ordinary people are simply born into this world, pass through youth, reach their prime, and enter old age. Their life passes like the setting sun. Yet those who know of the spirit world realize that a lifetime is but a fleeting moment compared to the eternal life after death. That being given, our lifetime serves to prepare us to welcome the world of eternity. So how important our time, especially on earth? Our time on earth is limited. So our time is just actually a preparation. Father said our life is just a setting sun. So this morning we saw the sun rising, right? And then this afternoon we will going to see the sun setting. So our life is like this. So without knowing the eternal world, then we will going to, lose the value of our limited life. So our lifetime serves to prepare us to welcome the world of eternity, Father said. So this is just a preparation. That's why we need to be very careful in our life. Because this is only given once. So second one, make the most of every opportunity. So New Year, we have again another 300. Now actually it's a leap year. This year we have 366 days. 366 days. So we have 366 days and then 8,784 hours. This is given to us this year of 2020. And then 527,040 minutes. So in this year of 2020. So how will you use it? Already we are using, now is the 5th day, right? So we have 361 days left. So how we will going to use the remaining days, remaining hours and minutes of this year 2020? Father said, eternity does not start when we die. It begins at the moment we come to know God's will. Once we know it, if there is a gap of even one moment, eternity will be stopped. Therefore, in pursuit of our life of faith, if we think, I cannot make it this year, but I will do it next year. Or, I cannot go in my adolescence, but I will go in my 20s. Or, I cannot do it in my 20s, but surely I will in my 30s. Or, I cannot in my 30s, but I will in my 40s. Or, I cannot in my 40s, but I will in my 50s. So Father said, if we live our whole life like this, we would never have lived even one day in accordance with God's will. A person who lives like that cannot enter the kingdom of heaven when he dies. So sometimes because we are thinking, anyway, we have long time. We are not aware in every moment, in each day, how we are living our life. But Father said, if we live like this, we always neglect. And then always just hoping that maybe one day we can make it. Then Father said, then we would never have lived even one day in accordance with God's will. If this is how we are living our life today. Then Father said, this person who lives like this cannot enter heaven. So eternity begins when we started to learn about God's will. It's not when we die, right? Many people are thinking, that's why they are not so much concerned about their life on earth. Because they are thinking, it will begin when they die. But it begins when we start to understand and learn about the will of Heavenly Parent. And then third one, understand what is God's will for us. So, we need to know our priorities. What is our priority in our life? And then we need to unite completely with Heavenly Parents and through parents, through our beloved True Mother now on earth. How important. And then establish unity with God's words. And then learn the importance of now. Dr. Yong is always talking about, what is really the prime time of our life. When is the prime time of our life? Sometimes when you ask someone who is already in his 40s, in his 50s, in his 60s, sometimes they are thinking during their youth, this is their prime time. The best time in their life. But actually, Father is saying, Dr. Yong is explaining to us, the most important, our prime time is actually now and today. This is our prime time of our life, not before. Today is the prime time. Today is the best day we can, accomplish more and really fulfill our responsibilities. So we need to understand what is really our priority this time. Starting when True Mother started her 7-year course, even from Father started to talk about Heavenly Tribal Messiah, right, for the Blood Central families. Now this coming 2020, we will going to have the registration. And then April will be the first official registration in Chonbo 1. And then we will going to receive the Chonbo Holy Robe, April 8. And then the final is September 4, during the Songhwajol. Actually, True Mother's desire and dream is for all Blessed Central families to enter Chonbo 1.
This is True Mother's heart. And then True Mother wants actually the offering this coming February 2020 will be together with all the central families. This is not just True Mother's offering to Father, an offering to Heavenly Parent. This is our offering together with our beloved true parents, our true mother. That's why this is the dream. So, what is really our priority? Now, 2020 came. What are we going to do in this year? How should we, use our time? Where to focus on first? Of course, everything is important, right? We have our own children. Everything, if you, check our families, everything is important. But what is urgent? What should be the first one that we are all focusing on? Based on Heavenly Parents and True Parents' desire for all of us. Mother mentioned a while ago that, we can only become Heavenly Parents' children through True Parents and through the blessing. So there's no other way. So where and what to focus on? This is very, very important, especially for us, Blood Central families, our second generation. In True Mother's speech during the victory celebration, True Mother was so happy because now also in America, second generations are taking the lead, are taking responsibility now in the providence. So what should we focus on? Very important, our priority and understanding the importance of this time. Now, today, how important this is. Father said, live your life in alignment with God's will. Today, what believers should dread is not the visitation of judgment in the last days, but the question of how they will harmonize their daily activities and face life's crossroads in alignment with God's will. Actually, this is really very, very important. Now, more than ever, how important now alignment. Of course, you can do, we were trained by true parents, you can do everything you want. You are serving people, but where are you offering, that's why now, most important is our alignment to Heavenly Parents and True Parents, and also through the vertical line. We cannot just say that directly I am reporting to Heavenly Parent, to True Parents, right? This is very, very important. We need to unite completely and offer whatever we are doing to Heavenly Parents through the very clear vertical line. If this is lost, what will going to happen? Dr. Kittle always, give this lecture. The pillar. If you want to build something, everything begins in the pillar. Based on the pillar and then the beam, then you can say that, whatever you are making will become strong or successful if the pillar, first and foremost, and the beam is strong. This is the foundation even in the family. If the husband and wife relationship is strong, children will be raised up well. The family will be very, very stable. So now we have just, 16 couples here, Korea and Philippines. They came, met their spouse here. So also yesterday, last night, I met them also. So how important this relationship. That's why Dr. Young sometimes telling us, if our children has some, difficulties and problems, maybe this pillar and beam is, the foundation, which is the relationship of father and mother, husband and wife, is not that strong. Everything starts from here. So also this time and this era, most important now is where we are really connected to. That's the most important. That's the flow of the blessing, right? That's why, very, very important in our everyday life. So these are new reminders. So number one, true change starts from unity with God and true parents. Victory comes out of the internal determination made at the beginning. So today we are starting this new year. So our success at the end of this year will begin today, not later on. So today is the day you will going to determine if you will become successful or not. This beginning. Make a humble evaluation. We need to start from 0 point. All of us, that's why New Year, we would like to start completely, starting from 0 point. That's why also True Mother told us, do not look based on heaven's will and purpose. And then number 5, renew our absolute faith, love, and obedience towards God and true parents. We need to, again, renew. When we were, especially, if also already we've been maybe how many years from the church, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Sometimes also we lose, but when you remember your determination before, right? And then this is now the time to renew and even, surpass your determination. We need to renew our absolute faith, love, and obedience. Sometimes because we are living in the 21st century, everything became so materialistic. Sometimes we also lost already. That's why this is now the best time to once again renew our absolute faith, love, and obedience to heavenly parents and true parents, our relationship with heavenly parents, relationship with our able figures, our brothers and sisters. This is very, very important. And then number 6, we need to have a stronger will to fulfill God's will. Of course, we offer, sing our Chong song every day we are offering. But also, also I'm thinking a lot, reflecting a lot. How can we really fulfill the goal? When I think about mother, wherever True Mother goes, True Mother actually disregard present situation, nation situation, whatever situations we are facing. Mother disregards, focus with the goal. And then with that strong will, what is really our goal? Sometimes because of many situations and circumstances, we are being affected. Now is the time to become, more bolder than before. We shouldn't hesitate anymore. We need to march forward without thinking about the situation of our nation, with our many circumstances that might block us in fulfilling our goal. When I look at True Mother is just focused with the goal wherever she is. Wherever she is, whoever are there, heads of state, heads of government, True Mother focus with the goal. Proclaim whatever she needs to proclaim, whatever people needs to know. So what is our goal also in our nation? What is our goal in the Philippines? Dr. Kittle is telling me, we're going to have, after 2 days, telling us, we're going to have seminar for religious leaders. So, he told us what is his clear goal, what he wanted out of the seminar. He wanted to solve the problem of our nation, of teenage pregnancy, HIV, through the religious leaders, because they are, they know God more than others. And then the foundation of solving all these problems is knowing God, understanding the value of our sexuality. So, what is really our goal? What is our goal in the Philippines? We want to offer this nation to true parents, right? We are already offering Yongsong continuously. But we need to push more without hesitation. Of course, when you look at the situation of our nation, many things actually. But what is our goal? With all the summits that we have done, this is co-host with the government. This is really our challenge, how to break through the government, to become co-host with us. So I'm thinking, in Nepal, in Cambodia, in Palau, we could meet the government, our UPF leaders, before the event. They discuss. And then we were co-hosts. Also in the Philippines now. So this is our challenge, but if we unite together. Also, I'm imagining that one day before our event, we can sit together with our President Rodrigo Duterte and discuss. He will understand what is UPF doing in the Philippines. How we are helping to solve the problem of our country. Even small people can meet President. He has this kind of heart. We just need to meet the right person. So we need to target on this year. We need to focus, we need to put certain target where to target on and really march forward with that. And then one day, I believe we can meet our president, like bilateral meeting, explaining to him, listening listening from us, what we are doing. I believe whoever will going to know and see the victory of True Mother, for sure, they will be melted. They cannot imagine the work that True Mother already have done, our true parents have done, whoever is that person, whether he's a president or prime minister. No one on earth have done this. If people can see whoever they are, they will be melted and they will be, they will work with us. That's why with this kind of, now this year, as we begin this year, what is really our focus? And then we need to put a stronger will in what we want to achieve. Otherwise, we cannot become victorious. So how important is the year 2020 in God's providence? We have been waiting for this year. So 32 years from now, 32 days from now, there will be a huge event in Korea. First time that will going to happen in the history. Actually, I heard that, I think January 3, our movement had meeting with the Korean government. A while ago, Mother mentioned in her speech during the victory celebration, Korea now is starting to change. The Mother already declared. And then already we have seen how Korean media is changing, I think in Nepal or in Cambodia. They were amazed with the work of Mother Moon, our True Mother. Korea now is starting to change. That's why, actually, in my heart, I'm really excited for this 2020 Foundation Day. I don't know what will going to happen. True Mother really, laid foundation before the coming of 2020. Now we are just waiting for 32 days. And then True Mother is continuously offering Jongsong. So, we really do not know what will going to happen exactly. Only true parents and heavenly parents knows what will going to happen this coming Foundation Day 2020. True Mother's dream is to have North and South Korea completely unite as one. This is their ultimate dream, the only divided nation now. So after this event, what will going to happen? No one knows. That's why these 32 days remain is very, very important and very serious. So True Mother started her 7-year course after True Father passed away. And then only True Mother knows this, how really only Heavenly Parent and True Mother, True Father knows the course that our True Mother have gone through. True Mother told us that she's like in a vast desert, right? And then she cannot open her eyes because of a sandstorm. She needs to find the needle. Only True Mother knows this course that she have gone through to welcome this year 2020. So also this year we'll be celebrating True Father's 100-year centenary, and then 60 years of True Parents' Holy Wedding anniversary. Really tremendous actually this event, cannot imagine. And then heads of states, heads of government coming from all over the world, gathering in Korea. This never happened before. Just in Palau, I think former minister of Korea, she testified, this is my first time to see many first ladies together. That's her testimony. Former minister of Korea who attended in Palau. First time to see. Can you imagine in Korea how many current, this is not just former, current heads of states and government gathering together from all over the world. Who on earth can do this? No one in history have done this. Only our true parents, only True Mother is doing this. It will be shaken the whole world. It will shaken the whole world. They are going to know who true parents are. Who is embracing the whole world more than anyone else. Aju? This will going to happen 32 days from now. So in Mother's speech last 2013 in Cheonjungung, Mother said, let's offer this nation to heaven within 7 years until 2020. I will offer this nation to heaven in 2020 when we celebrate the 100th anniversary of Father's birthday. Haven't you? I truly and earnestly ask all of you to become leaders who can join the line of the filial and loyal and virtuous leaders pursuing that purpose. So this was given in 2013. Now already we are in the year 2020. And then True Mother said in February 15, 2019, we need to restore at least 7 countries. So after True Father Songhua, as I promised heaven, I will achieve national restoration with you before 2020. Leaders of FFWPU Korea, are you confident? So they answered yes. Regional presidents, are you confident? Yes. I said that we need to restore at least 7 countries. National restoration is not just a slogan. You should do it practically in order for Heavenly Parent to remember you. The people responsible in each region for doing this work must work with the international headquarters. Especially important is showing that Vision 2020 centers on Korea. That's why now True Mother, with all this work now, bringing all our foundations to Korea. Because True Parents' ultimate goal is to really unite North and South Korea. This will be the beginning of the unified world. So this is the word of True Mother. And then recently this year, so True Mother started this 40-day Cosmic Canaan course. It started in our region, in Cambodia. And it was really a great success in Cambodia. And then in Taiwan, in Niger, Tanzania, South Africa, Palau, Dominican Republic, and then in America. The culmination. So with this 40-day Cosmic Canaan course, then True Mother could, fulfill and really make substantial, 7 nations. The promise that she made to offer to Heavenly Parent and to our True Father this coming Foundation Day 2020. Aju? Yeah, so also in the Philippines now. So, True Mother, we are looking forward now for February 2020 now already. Tremendous preparation, and also the Philippines again, many brothers and sisters also will be helping in the huge event in Korea. About maybe 30 of our members will be helping as a staff there in that huge event in Korea. And then after Foundation Day also, we are looking forward for, this is the biggest event also in our country. This will really become historical event in our country. So how are we going to do this? This 1.2 million in Quirino Grandstand. So this will be our event. So this is the area in Quirino Grandstand in Manila. And then this kind of scenario we will going to have in November 2020. So this will be the activities that we're going to do, and then we're going to finalize more with Dr. Yong and our Sir Julius about this one. And then also we are looking forward for the Tong Ilmudo demonstration, 10,000 demonstration. And then also the participation of young people. Actually, in the beginning, this just was 120,000, but now it became 200,000. So we have also with us our Dr. Kito, and then recently President Koji Matsuda came, and he could also see the hope in the Philippines out of this for young people. So bringing 200,000 young people. So what we need to do now in this 2020? So we need to really push more what we really wanted to achieve and accomplish. How can we make this 1.2 million together with the government? This is not just us, right? And Dr. Yong also has some plan to do in some areas. But what he wanted, and through the model, this is co-host. Wherever we do, in wherever province, this should be co-hosted by the government. This is not just, doing activities on our own. So we need to do, especially our 1.2 million. So what is the meaning of push? Pray until something happens. So we are already doing a lot of Jongsong condition. until something happens. So it will surely will going to happen. Aju, we will never stop until it will happen. But of course, this is also not enough. So we need to do more. Make outstanding results every day towards the fulfillment of our ultimate goal of bringing 1.2 million, a great success, and really make this as our ultimate offering this year, 2020, for our heavenly parents and true parents. That's why also our effort is how important. Of course, we have God's will, right? Very clear. But also, how determined we are. Human's will. Is it 100%? What? How also is strong our will? It matters the most. The spiritual world is already with us. And then with the victory of true parents already with us, we are standing in that foundation. Everything now just depends on us. We have liberated already 430 of our ancestors. And then they are already working with us. It's now just depends on us. How can we really make this happen? Aju? That's why now, our will, like our true mother now, we should become unstoppable. We have to forget, the reality, the situation that we are facing, and focus only with the goal. And together we march forward. We need to push and push and push more until this goal can become a reality. Aju? Actually, we are so many in the Philippines. We are so many in the Philippines. We have enough manpower here. If we really unite and really, with the same determination, we can break all barriers that stops us. And we can really offer great victory together with the government of the Philippines for heavenly parents and true parents. Aju? Aju. Yeah, so make outstanding results. Yeah, so for us to accomplish the greatest result in 2020, we need to really give more effort. This is really the key. This is really the key. Push pa more no, in 2020. So now we are starting the year. Actually, it's very fast. November is how many months from now? 10 months. Right? Actually, we started mobilizing for this last year. I think March. We started in March. So we need to really push more, put more effort, and really stronger will each day. This will really going to make us successful and really make our nation really a nation of channel group. Aju, brothers and sisters? Yeah, so with all the foundations now where we are standing, especially after the great victory in Vision 2020 in Korea, with this great foundation, we can march forward with greater determination, right? We need to do new things now. If we will continue to do the same things, we cannot expect new result, right? We need to really open more our mind. New year, new possibilities. If 366 days, 366 possibilities. So that's why we need to do new things that we have never done before. If we will do the same things, the same result will come. We cannot make it. Right? That's why we need to try new things. And, if we see possibility, we need to try. We need to, we need to become risk taker, right? Successful businessmen are risk takers. So we need also to take the risk. As much, risk you have taken, also as much victory you will going to have. That's why this year, 2020, we need to try new things that we have never done before. And then we will have greater results. And then we can accomplish our ultimate goal and truly offer this beloved second daughter nation of the Philippines to heavenly parents and true parents as a nation of Channel Group. Aju? Yeah, so thank you very much. Happy New Year, brothers and sisters. So let this be the year of the best result of our lives. 감사합니다.
Once again, let's give round of applause to our national leader, Mr. Leo Angelo Halog. Thank you very much, sir. Wow. Before we listen to the short report from our two amazing leaders who attended the providential event in America, many things to reflect this morning's message. No look forward, backward, right? No look backward. We need to march forward. As we remember, True Mother always emphasized not only just not walkathon, but dash forward. Dash forward. And make the most of every opportunity. And we need to be careful in our faith, right? And now our daughter, our youngest daughter, attended a special workshop in Korea. And this morning, she shared that their practice really very hectic. And then today is supposed to be her free time, but she said, I am now teaching the daughter of Ate Mifin and Kuya Lito, because just arrived last night. So they are now practicing for their special performance during the celebration. So for additional inspiration, please help me to welcome, to give the short report. It's really happening in America. First, I will call Archbishop. Okay. Mauna pala si ano. Again, please help me to welcome our international chairman, the Youth and Student for Peace, Dr. Robert Quito.
Good morning. 4 times. It is. Reverend Leo, thank you for your wonderful Sunday service, inspiring us and building really towards this new year of 2020. Philippines has a tremendous goal, a very challenging goal, but very doable. And I think the key is linking to True Mother's vision and staying connected in that area. I want to talk a little bit about our program in America, and then Bishop Soria will also mention some things. In New York City, we went to the Manhattan Center, which I think you know we own. It's part of the New York Hotel. And Bishop Ian Kim is the regional president there. And welcome everyone, the delegates. We heard 1,000 delegates, 600 international Christian clergy, and 400 from America. I think this was probably, I don't know because I've not studied, but maybe surely one of the largest a diverse international origin, probably anywhere in the world. This lady was mentioned in the video. Her name is Paula White. She is not an ordinary lady. She's a pastor in Florida. And she's a divorced lady, and she has unwed children that as a single mother, not unwed, but as another child. And he was watching her videos. She was on TV. And one day he called her. And he was repeating to her elements of sermons. So she said, I know he's listening because he's telling me what I said in the sermon. He invited her to come to New York. She said, okay, I will come. When she walked into the Trump Tower in New York City to meet now President Trump, then businessman Trump, not even a candidate, she said, Mr. Trump, I do not want your money. I do not want your fame. I have money and I have fame. I want your soul. That's what she said. I want your soul. I want your heart. And then she said, if you want to really have a meeting with me, then you'll have to call me a second time because these are the conditions that I set. And then he called her back, of course, again. She brought together a coalition of religious leaders to pray for the president from the evangelical community. And before President Trump decided to run for president, he asked these advisors to come and give him advice. Shall I run for president? And they said, yes, you should run. And then he said, okay, I want your political endorsement. They said, no. We will give you something more. We will pray for you. Wow, I don't think those were the answers that he was looking for. But this lady is she can walk into the White House and meet the president at any time. This is the second time she has been at our event. These are others, Leon Rose. This gentleman here, Reverend Charles Mendez, it mentioned it in the video. I'm not sure you caught it. He represents the Holy See, the Vatican in Nepal. This is the same gentleman. He represents the Vatican. And he came to this event. We'd known him before in Nepal. But this is the first time he came to the event. And when he saw the 1,000 clergy gathered, from 600 from the international community, he looked and he told us, this is a miracle. Historically, religious people that differ usually don't even want to talk together, let alone sit in the same room, and most likely they will easily fight and kill each other. That is the history of religion. Look at the Crusades, for example. Look at the 100-Year War between the Catholic and the Protestant in Europe, for example. He said, what you have done is a miracle. It is a miracle, and it's what is needed. And then he said, I need to know more about your movement. Give me something to read. He's taking a 12-hour flight to UAE, an 8-hour flight, layover, and then going back to Kathmandu. I want to read more. I want to know more about your movement. And so we tried to get Father's autobiography, and well, we ultimately got it, but we didn't until the last moment. And just when we came to the Prudential Center where Mother spoke, to the 30,000 that were there, Dr. Andrew Wilson from the Unification Theological Seminary brought me 3 books that were just published. And it's a series of articles by theologians in our movement. And it's the Unification Journal on Applied Unificationism. One of the articles I had written. And I gave him the book and I said, you can read this. And I said, I wrote this article. The title of the article was Biblical Proofs that Jesus should have been married. And this guy has met our movement for the first time, and he's representing the Vatican. His response was, "This is very good. I'm very interested in this. We need to change something, and just punishing the pedophiles is necessary but not enough." And every church has problems. And as mentioned before, Leo mentioned, this nation of the Philippines. I want Reverend Julius, and he will, I think, take heart. He was taking notes. We're having a program on Tuesday, 2-day program with Christian clergy. And I want him to share 2 facts of this nation to these clergy. The nation with the largest unwed teen mothers, teen pregnancies, is the Philippines. The nation with the highest increase of HIV/AIDS is the Philippines in the world. And that's, I think, if they are religious leaders and they hear that, they are responsible. They are the moral gatekeepers of this nation. They have to feel pity or desperation or guilt or something has to move in their heart. We, as unificationists, we who are all here and anybody listening, we have to solve this problem. This is our problem. We have to solve the problem. What's the connection between teen pregnancy and HIV/AIDS? Sex. Sex is being misused, and we know the tragedy of the sex being misused. It was at the root of the fall of man. We need to speak out. Anyway, so these people are very interested in what we are doing. We have solutions. They are looking for solutions. We have to speak out strongly. This gentleman was a friend, Bishop Soria, and he will speak more about him. Professor Mercado. I will just mention also that he was the classmate of George Stallings, Bishop George Augustus Stallings. They were classmates together in the Vatican. And Stallings is such a high-level person that, wow, then suddenly he becomes very close to us. He was one of the main speakers, and the third speaker from this Asia-Pacific region was Reverend Nelson Parvez from Australia. Other people I will just show you from Korea, T.L. Barrett from the Church of Christ in Chicago. You'll see the congregation that is there, and you saw some of these photographs in the video that was there. This is George Augustus Stallings. He is the friend or classmate of Professor Mercado. From the World Council of Churches, Dr. Walsh, and then signing the declaration. Then they went to the Prudential Center across the river in New Jersey. Congregation was there. You saw these people, and True Mother was there. At this point, Mother is wiping tears from her eyes. Jesus Christ said he would come again. As I knew God's providence. And then she goes on to talk about her blessing, because I was blessed in marriage to Sun Myung Moon, Dr. Sun Myung Moon, in 1960, and became a true parent. This is Mother's heart. We need to feel that heart ourselves. This passion will drive us to victory in our 1.2 million. I know we have it, and it's just a time to renew that, rededicate that again. Then the victory celebration at the end at East Garden. And I was there with Honorable Eknat. This is East Garden. Now I want to ask for your prayers. Starting Tuesday and Wednesday next week, the first conference held in 2020 in this room, providing vision and leadership for nation building and peace, the role of religious leaders. This is an advanced Asian Leadership Conference, AALC. In this program, we have been asked by the people who are sending their delegates, we have now more than 30, and I think it may rise still more, to be more, go deeper into the divine principle. So, I want to explain to the Christian pastors why Jesus should have been married. Some people are kind of, well, we can't touch that topic, but I want to assure you, if we look at the divine principle, the phrase second Eve, referring to Jesus as the last Adam and then the second Eve, that phrase appears 3 times, and it relates, of course, to the Holy Spirit and also relates to Jesus' bride. But there's another phrase that is used in the divine principle, exposition of the divine principle, and it's called would-be bride. W-O-U-L-D-B, would-be bride, should-be bride, referring to Jesus' bride who should have been there and he should have been married. That phrase appears 16 times in the divine principle. Let me share with you 2 passages and I will conclude. Number 1, on page 239, the miracle of Moses' hand becoming leprous when he put it in the first time, taking it out, and then being healed when he put it in a second time. That miracle foreshadowed symbolically that Jesus would come as the second Adam, and together with his would-be bride, the second Eve, later manifested as the Holy Spirit, performed the work of redemption. It's very clear. Another passage, the 2 tablets of stone Moses received at Mount Sinai symbolized Jesus and his would-be bride. The rock, which was the root of the tablets of stone, symbolized God. And this is the footnote that goes to the first quote. When describing the foreshadowing of Jesus' course, the Korean text uses Holy Spirit to refer to Jesus' feminine counterpart. However, the Holy Spirit became the spiritual female counterpart to Jesus only after he was crucified, without fulfilling God's original providence, which included taking a bride on the earth. Together, Jesus and his would-be bride were to have fulfilled the marriage of the Lamb and become the true parents. For clarity, we will use the term would-be bride when the text is alluring to Jesus' intended bride on earth. This phrase appears 16 times. The reason this is important is because you have the problem of sexuality and how sexuality is misused, teen pregnancy and HIV/AIDS. We have to have a resurrection of our understanding of marriage and human sexuality. And that comes by understanding Jesus should have been married. Suddenly, marriage becomes, wow, Jesus should have been married. It elevates the institution of marriage and the sacredness of human sexuality. Thank you very much for this time together. Please pray for our program, the Advanced ALC, on Tuesday and Wednesday this coming week. Thank you very much again.
Thank you very much, Dr. Robert Kettle. For additional report, again, please help me to welcome our very own Archbishop Soria.
Sing. Good morning. So I just would like to add a little bit more of what really had happened in New York. There were 3 of us who were able to participate in that, and it was I really thought that I think that was providential for, I think, to do more of the religious community here in the Philippines. I've been working with the religious community here, but it's not really much that we made some significant breakthroughs. So I think our participation in the international conference of the World Clergy Leadership Conference, we need your prayers that we would be able to make really, as we welcome year 2020, that this would really push more and more and push pa more for the providence to continue. Anyways, I will deal my report more on our delegation. Our delegation who participated in the World Clergy Leadership Conference. So the inauguration of convention of the World Clergy Leadership Conference at the Manhattan Center in New York City, and the clergy rally, A New Hope for a Heavenly Unified World at Prudential Center, Newark, New Jersey. So there were two cities that were involved with this event, New York City and New Jersey. So that's their banner of this gathering, the largest celebration of the decade. And it's true, as I have attended and as I have observed, and as everybody else has observed what happened in that gathering. And as what Dr. Kittle already have said a while ago, religious leaders were really amazed the capability. It's really a miracle, and it's really the hand of God is there to be able to gather many religious leaders in that particular gathering from different denominations, from different religions, without debating their doctrines, but really coming together in order to address issues and address their responsibility and becoming more aware how they would be able to contribute for the building of the kingdom of heaven here on the earth. And it was an awakening for all the Christians, not only in America, but certainly all throughout the whole world. And so this is in Manila International Airport. I had this picture together with Father Eliseo de la Rosa Mercado. He was a former president of Notre Dame University. And you know what? Notre Dame University, this is a Catholic church of a religious organization called Oblates of the Mary Immaculate. And they are working, especially Father Mercado is an expert on the inter-religious dialogue, having been involved with the Muslim-Christian relations in the South, and himself also have been an expert on conflict resolution of the conflicts. And so now here I'm joined with another Christian archdeacon. He's actually a Monsignor, and he is a graduate of anthropology from the University of the Philippines, Diliman, Quezon City, and that is Monsignor Joseph P. Lalo, and the Archdeacon of the Holy Eastern Catholic Church. His formation is also Roman Catholic with the SVDs, or the Society of the Divine Word. And it's really unique for this man, because he said, well, I'm already finished with my responsibility with my children. Now I can freely support the Universal Peace Federation. Palakpakan natin. And so he is going to gather his priests this coming Saturday and he said, I'm going to bring them here in our building to conduct their meetings. And I talked already a while ago with our national leader, LA, and he said, okay, bring them here so that if, however, Dr. Kittle will still be here, I think it would be nice that before they conduct their meetings, we will be able to introduce the Universal Peace Federation and the Providence centering on our victorious True Mother. That if Dr. Kittle will still be here in the country. So this is when this is in Guangzhou. That is the city where we had transited before arriving to New York City. And so here, this is New York, and we were being met by, as usual, the hospitality staff from our movement. We were being met. And of course, during the conference, we met, once again, I think you're very familiar of those faces. That is Reverend Umberto and Marilyn Angelucci. Marilyn is a graduate of the Unification Theological Seminary, I think 1 year senior than me. And as of now, they are now the control directors of the Middle East. But before going to the Middle East, I think you have met them at the International Peace Leadership College. And they were really very happy. And so here, this is Reverend Father Eliseo de la Rosa Mercado. I was bringing him to the attention of Archbishop George Augustus Stallings. And he mentioned, well, and even George Stallings said that meeting a classmate in public, meeting classmate before at Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. is really heartwarming. And so they exchanged cordial friendship and acquaintances once again. Okay, so this is Reverend Father Eliseo de la Rosa. He was presenting his paper on the role on responsibility of Christian leaders in the unified heavenly world, which he eloquently actually made a hermeneutics of what's going to be the responsibility of the religious leaders from the Old Testament, and he ended up with the words of our Lord Jesus Christ from the Beatitudes. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they are going to be the sons and daughters of God. So it was very impressive. Many loved this presentation. Although at the beginning I was saying that he was not informed much ahead, he could have better prepared. But I told him, have you had prepared your presentation, it could have been a lot more better than what you have presented. But what you have done was really already best. And so here is another picture of him giving a speech on the role and responsibility of Christian leaders in the unified heavenly world. And of course, after the conference that we have had, we had the opportunity to listen the entire delegation from the Asia Pacific delegation to the World Clergy Leadership Conference receive an introduction. And it's a very good introduction. I was so impressed, and well, the best lecturer in Asia and of the world, the chairman of the Youth and Students for Peace, that is no less than Dr. Robert Kittle over here. And he is here in the Philippines, and now being deeply involved with the religious leaders. And I am really moved by his commitment to really help and raise up our religious leaders' awareness and their commitment and their understanding of not only of the Lord Jesus Christ's mission, but God's providential will for all of us. So that was amazing gathering. And there's another picture during the time. And of course, that is another picture. And this is the group picture that we had. I'm sorry for that picture. It's not very clear because I was just using my cell phone. All right. Okay. I cannot make a clearer view. I cannot see True Mother right there in front. But over here, there's the when Father Eliseo Mercado received the medal directly coming from our victorious True Mother. So here it is. And we were so proud about that. Having that certificate of appointment by a Catholic priest that comes from the Philippines. And it's really heartwarming that really that happened. So here he is. This is Father Mercado. And there was little drama on the stage because at the beginning, it seems that Father Mercado is not one of the 13 members of the steering committee because according to the dialogue that I have heard from Father Mercado, there is this, another woman was also on the stage was saying, no, you're not included to that. So you backed out and offering it to another person. And then eventually, the last moment, Father Mercado came out. So it was like the drama that we had when Pia Wurzbach received the crown as Miss Universe. He said, no, you're not the Miss Universe. Later on, it came out that it is Pia Wurzbach. So there was a reenactment of that drama right there on the stage. And Father Mercado was saying that, oh no, I'm really sorry for the one who really practiced on the stage. But at the last moment, he was taken out from that. And I was replaced by Father Mercado. But it was announced already. I was hearing from the audience that Father Mercado is one among them. But he was not moving. I learned later that there was this woman, he didn't mention about the name. This woman was saying, no, you're not included, so you back out from that line. Only to find out that after the commotion, it is actually Father Mercado's place. So he felt it, and I think he's now more than willing to be part of our activity. In fact, the certificate of appointment, he said, can you bring this along with you because my bag cannot contain it. So I have actually the actual certificate of appointment is right there in the office waiting for his coming back from America, and we will give it to him. So he promised to come here and visit us and receive what is going to be his activity and whatever task that we will ask him to do for the movement. And of course, that was our picture for the two of us. And of course, together with the other delegate coming from the Philippines, Monsignor Joseph Lalo. And of course, that is the picture of the medal that was being given to the 13 members of the steering committee. And this is the medal which Father Mercado received. And of course, that is the certificate of appointment. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. And all right, so this is the last picture that I would like to show you. But after the event that we have had, I had the opportunity to visit our Filipino community in New Jersey. And it was, even in America, this fake news arrived. And he was asking me that Philippines is already taken out as a provincial country. And I said, I think you have been listening to the fake news. Because the Philippines has been very active in Asia and the Pacific. Without the Filipinos who have been working very hard and supporting Providence in Nepal, I think that made a huge success because of that contribution. Of course, it is not all by Filipinos, but our going to Nepal was a significant contribution for the success of that rally. And also in Cambodia, Filipinos were there. And of course in Palau, Filipinos were there as well. I said, don't believe that's fake news. The truth of the matter is that we are going to culminate the rally in Asia and the Pacific this coming November 2020. So we need your prayers, but not only your prayers, but also the money in your pocket. So please send us your money. We need all of those because that would help us a long way. So that's what happened in New Jersey. And so I came back home here. Still was not bringing some money from them, but hopefully they should be able to contribute later. Thank you very much and have a very wonderful first Sunday fellowship.
Thank you very much, Sir Sonia. Okay, we have another person who will report the second generation workshop in Thailand. So I would like to call Vector Rabanyo. So to our blessed family, so you have still 1 year to prepare your children because this is annual program in Thailand, no? Especially to our second generations.
So good morning, everybody, brothers and sisters, leaders, good morning. So Happy New Year, happy first Sunday. So I didn't prepare a PowerPoint report, but after I share with you certain details, I will be showing to you the video about the 9th Asia Pacific Second Gen Workshop that was held in Bangkok, Thailand this December 26 to January 2. So December 26, 2019 to January 2, 2020. So this is an annual workshop, meaning it is held every year, and it was initiated by our Dr. Yong and our Samonim, Mrs. Yong, because of their love, care, and concern for our second generation. So we were very lucky, actually, because Dr. Yong was also supposed to go to America for the event. But because of his love and his investment and his Jongsong, together with Samonim and also our Reverend Julius, they gave lectures to our second generation in the Asia Pacific about True Parents Life Course, about Life of Faith, and also preparing them for the blessing. So for this year, it was a bit of a challenge because most of our participants were actually young, not only physically, but also a bit spiritually. So I think it was a good experience and chance for this young second generation coming from Asia Pacific that they could be directly educated by our Dr. Yong and Samonim. And it felt a little bit nostalgic because growing up, I always listened to Sir Julius' lecture about True Parents Life Course. So when he was giving lecture in Thailand, it was like sudden memories came back. Oh, these are the things that he taught us when we were younger. So it was very, very good. And despite the challenges between races, language, and culture, you could really see that our second generation, they are more than just race. They are more than just culture. And it is really the goal or the dream of our Heavenly Parents to see every human being coming together as one. So in this workshop, we had a total number of 228 participants and coming from 10 countries, like Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, China, Taiwan, Nepal, Korea, Japan, and Australia. So for this year, 2020, December 26 to January 2, 2021, I know it's still far ahead, but I would like to encourage our parents to also prepare your children to join this workshop. And I would also like to encourage our parents to also partake in the workshop, because it will be also a good bonding time together with your children. So, also, Dr. Yung declared at the closing ceremony of the workshop, next workshop this 2020 December will no longer be in Thailand, but it will move to Malaysia. So hopefully, in the next few years, maybe it can also move to Philippines. Looking forward to that also. So, once again, please prepare. I know that there are a lot of things that will be happening this 2020, but also, our second generation are also important. Because they will be the ones who will be next in line. So in order to receive this education is a way to prepare them for their future as well. So with that, I would like to end my report here, and please look to the screen for the video presentation of the workshop. Thank you.
다리가 붓고 정말 걸을 수 없을 정도로 이루 흉안할 수 없는 고난의 여정을 누구보다 선두에 서서 승리하신 참 어머님인 것을